Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down.
McDonald. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tonyan. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
He'll go right back to Tonyan. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. McDonald sets to throw. A throw complete to the tight end, Tonyan. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Throwing is McDonald. He finds his man complete. That's Cummings. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's McDonald to throw. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to about the 32. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Operating from the gun. McDonald finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick 6. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to Nwangu. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the former Bear, Adrian Amos. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald. He finds his man complete. That's Cummings. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Out of the gun, McDonald. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Taking it about the 16. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. He's got a man. Complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 51 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Kene Nwangu punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears are on the board first here in this division round matchup. What's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball banked way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate that wasn't picked off.
From the gun, it's McDonald. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
A lot of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. McDonald. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cummings. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Slot man moves right. A final shot before break. McDonald is going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing on third down, Fields. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Back to throw. McDonald. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak.
But when you do call quarterback sneak, you don't mind if your quarterback's a little bit on the vertically challenged side, do you? Because he's just going to hide behind his big guys up front and be able to surge forward and pick up the 1st down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got him this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Fields. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Fields now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Fields. That's complete. It's Okwuegbunam. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
From the 31, Fields. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's 4th. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Throwing again is Fields. Throws the out route and finds Claypool. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On first down, they'll run to Nwangu. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him
touchdown Bears from 4 yards out. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Forced pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They go play action with McDonald. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing on first down. McDonald over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 2nd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will be a Packers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. This one complete to Tonyan underneath. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll buy some time right. He finds his man complete. It's Cummings. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, McDonald. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. That time, the right guard sending him backwards. And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him. That one looks like he'll throw here. Drops this off with Nwangu. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Fields. Open man completes it to Claypool. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a 1st down. These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter. Handoff right side to Nwangu. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there? You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game. What year was that? 1978. I think it was in November. And they'll indeed take a knee. So with that knee, they take care of business in the divisional round. They'll be back here at home next weekend. One more hurdle to get to the big show. The good feelings, they just keep coming. They get to ride that wave for at least one more week because they have their big prize in their eyes, and that's getting into the Super Bowl. But they have to win next week after winning this one. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when